I'm taking the topic order of reaction. Now, order of reaction is a experimental way of finding out the rate of reaction. So, experimentally, when we find out, so there are three types of order of reaction: first order reaction, second order, and third order reaction. So, first order reaction means that the rate is depending upon only one of the concentration terms. Supposing there are two substances reacting, three substances reacting, I am giving you the product, but rate of reaction depends only on one of them. So if it is depending, say, only upon A, so I'll say rate is proportional to concentration of A. R is equal to Ka, proportionality constant, which is rate constant. If I find out K, it will become rate upon concentration. So the unit for K will be concentration upon time is used for rate. Rate is concentration upon time into this concentration, which becomes time inverse. Because I'll cancel these two, it will become time inverse. So I can write second inverse, minutes inverse, hours inverse. So rate of reaction is depending upon only one of the reactant, and if I double this reactant, rate will become double. 3 times, the rate will become 3 times. So whatever I am changing this, if I keep on changing the concentration of B, nothing will happen because it is not depending upon B. If it was depending upon B, if I change A, nothing will happen. So it is depending upon only one of the concentration terms. In terms of second order reaction, if A plus B is giving me C, then rate is proportional to A to the power 1, B to the power 1. Meaning, with respect to A, it is first order. With respect to B, also it is first order. But together it is, if I add A plus B, then it is second order. Meaning, if I first order with respect to A means first order, in a first order reaction, rate becomes double. So if I double the concentration of A, rate will become double. And I'm not touching B. But if I touch B also, both of them simultaneously, then 2 into 2, rate will become 4 times. Or rate is proportional to A square. It is only depending upon A, but a square of A. So obviously, if I double the concentration of A, 2A, 2 into 2, rate becomes 4 times. So in case of a second order reaction, rate always, total rate becomes 4 times. It depends upon individuals. So we find out rate of reaction with respect to one, then with respect to the other one, then see what is the total rate of reaction. So if it was depending upon B, I'll write R is proportional to B square, or I had written here R is proportional to A square. It can depend upon either one of them. So rate is proportional, supposing I had taken rate is proportional to A square. I'm using this one. If rate is proportional to A square, then rate is equal to K into A square. K is equal to rate upon A square. Rate is concentration upon time into concentration square. This is concentration square. So solving this, my unit comes out as this. So in a second order reaction, final rate of reaction becomes 4 times. Now let's look at what happens if I have a third order reaction. So I'm saying A plus B is giving me C. Either if it is depending only on one of the substance, then I'll say rate is proportional to A cube, or it can be rate is proportional to B cube because it is third order reaction, or it is proportional to A to the power 1, B to the power 2. Meaning, with respect to A, it is first order, with respect to B, it is second order, but together 2 plus 1, it is third order reaction. So now what will happen? If it was A cube, if I double the concentration of A, it becomes 2 into 2 into 2. So 2 2s are 4, 4 2s are 8, it becomes 8 times. So if I double the concentration of A, In a third order reaction, it becomes 8 times. Supposing the rate law said this, that rate is proportional to a to the power 1 and b to the power 2. And I am changing the concentration of only a. So if I make this a and I am not changing the concentration of b at all, then rate will become 2 times. If I change the concentration of B also, and so 2 into 2, am I making this 2B, 2 into 2 will become 4 times. So I find out with respect to A, it becomes 2 times. With respect to B, it becomes 4 times. If I'm changing both of them together, it becomes 2 into 4, 8 times. So in case of a third order reaction, rate finally becomes 8 times, but we always look at it one by one. Supposing I say I'm giving you a rate law, R is equal to K, A to the power 1, B to the power 1, C to the power 1. There are 3 reactants. Each one of them are first order with respect to each one. My question is, what will happen if I only double the concentration of A? Since it is first order reaction, in case of first order reaction, rate becomes double. So I'll say rate becomes double. I'm only changing the concentration of B. Again, it becomes 2 times. I'm only changing the concentration of C. Again, becomes 2 times. So see each one of them. Now I'm saying simultaneously, together, I double this and double this. So it becomes 2 into 2 into 2, so 8 times. So whenever you are given a rate law, you will look at each concentration term individually. With respect to that, what it is. With respect to that, what is the answer. And then if it's saying what is the final order of reaction, what is the final change in rate, then you will do this part of the reaction. Now see this numerical. How experimentally we are going to find out the order of reaction with respect to A and B. Supposing I am giving you the reaction A plus B gives C, and this is the experimental quantities given to you in 3 experiments. That is, quantity of A was this, B was this, then the rate was this. If I change the concentration of A and B, then it was this. In the third experiment, these were. There were 3 experiments. Concentrations of A and B were changed, and the rate was also found to be changed. So what we will do is, when I want to find out with respect to A, then I'll take 2 equations in which quantity of B is given same, but A is different. I can say that the first and the second equations are such in which quantity of B, concentration of B is the same, but concentration of A is different. And divide these 2 equations. So R is equal to K, A to the power A, B to the power B. I am finding out A and B, the powers A and B, which will give me order of reaction. So taking the first equation, rate is 2.4 into 10 to the power minus 4 is equal to K. Value of A is 0.01, so 0.01 to the power A. Second value was, B's value was 0.02. In the second equation, 2.16 into 10 to the power minus 3 was the rate, 0.03 was concentration of A, 0.02 was the concentration of B. I have divided both the equations. When I divide both the equations, this gets cancelled, K gets cancelled here. So what I get is this upon this is equal to 1 upon 3 to the power A. When I find out the value for this is coming 1 upon 9 is equal to 1 by 3 to the power A. And so with indices, you know A's value should be 2. Then both these equations are equal. Both these values are equal. So I got A value as 2. To find out what is the order of reaction for B, now I'll use 2 other equations in which the value of A is same but value of B is different. So now I have taken these two equations. So taking these two equations and then dividing them, 2.16 into 10 to the power minus 3 upon 4.32 into 10 to the power minus 3 is equal to k. A's value was 0.03. In the next equation 0.03. Here 0.02, 0.04. 0.02 upon 4 to the power b. So these get cancelled. 10 to the power minus 3 gets cancelled. So now I get 2.16 upon 4.32 is equal to 2 ones are 2, 2 twos are 4, so 1 by 2 to the power b. Therefore b's value is 1. So calculation of all this is telling me b's value is 1. Now I can put in this equation. So this is the rate law. Rate law is r is equal to k, a to the power 2 because I got 2 here, b1. So a square, b1. So first was determine the order of reaction with respect to A and B. The second question was find out the rate law. You found the rate law. Third is find the rate constant. Now when I know the rate law, I can substitute from any one of the equations. I have taken the first equation. Rate's value was 2.4 into 10 to the power minus 4 is equal to k. I want to find out k. In this equation, a value is 0.01, so sorry, 0.01. And since in the rate law it is square, so I'll have to write square here. B's value is 0.02. What have I done? So 0.02 to the power 1. And now calculate k, you will get the value of k. Just in this rate law from any one of the equations, you can substitute these values here. Any one of the equations, you will get the value for k.